For this assignment, I talked to my school superintendent, who's also the principal. That's a pretty small school, and this assignment was kind of neat because we actually have had several in-services over the past couple years, going over this and kind of self-evaluating ourselves, kind of see where we're at. So we are still a beginning school, but we have had some evaluation over it over the past couple of years. I'm going to save some time on the 5 R's and say that most of them we either show no evidence or we are beginning to implement. Um, as a staff, though, we did sit down and we decided to pick two of the 5 R's to go with, and one of them was relationships, and the other one was relevance. We decided to take, to start with those because we felt like those are things that we could work on right now and get down packed. So starting with like relationships, we're focusing more on effective communication through the staff as well as parents. This includes like incorporating technology through apps, just to be able to communicate with parents through apps and text instead of having by word of mouth, notes home, stuff like that. Something we can pretty much guarantee that they would get. Weekly and monthly staff meetings between teachers and encourage collaboration between departments, so to make sure the ELA departments are all talking from the bottom to the top. And in terms of relevance, we don't have an aligned curriculum yet. Basically, teachers plan out their year by following the standards, their textbooks, and we have these KSDE checklists that we use that kind of help us guide us about what's going to be on the test and what we really need to focus on. But as of right now, we don't have an aligned curriculum, and we have not had a sit-down aligned curriculum meeting since I've been here, and I've been a teacher for 6 years. So we've kind of been there. I mean, there's some collaboration, but we've never actually had an official meeting for it. Me, for example, I'm junior high science and some math. So I will talk to the high school math teachers. I talk to the high school science teacher, and I reach out to them and ask, what can I do better to get these kids prepared for your classes, and so on, things like that. That's about the extent of the aligned curriculum that I've had. We are for the first time for like a week after school is out, or 3 days, we're actually having a sit down curriculum alignment meeting we're starting with English language arts, and that'll be the first one we've done, and we're hoping to start there and work through the rest of the core subjects. So I sat down with our principal and slash superintendent, and his leadership, he's a very autocratic. He in the end makes the decisions. He will listen, but it doesn't mean that you are heard. This isn't an event session by any means, but that's just how he is. He's the top dog. He makes the choices. He gets paid to make those choices. So we sat down and we went ahead and continued to go with the two improvements that the school is working on, which is communication and relevance, primarily aligned curriculum and just more effective communication. Because right now the communication part is an issue, K through 12, and parents it needs to be fixed. So, if I were the leader, first thing I would do is I would share my vision for the aligned curriculum and the communication, because as of right now, we don't have a vision, at least one that we're not aware of. So that'd be the most important thing as a leader, to share your vision and see how your staff can be a part of that vision. So that goes along with standard 1, and then as I share that vision with the aligned curriculum, I mean, that also goes in with the standard 4, which is curriculum, instruction, and assessment, and then standard 1 was mission, value, and core values. The second thing we talked about, communication. I've already kind of begun. I have apps that I send out to parents about what time we leave for ball games, when tests are coming up, if we're doing science fair projects or any type of science project, they need to bring something from home. Notifications get sent out, and the parents are always kept in the loop. So that's something I have been working on. So as a leader, I would encourage that type of communication between parents, staff and parents, along with more sit-down conferences, because the more the parents are involved in their students' lives, the better it's going to be for their kid. And that goes along with standard 8, which is meaningful engagement and family of communities.